Well, hey everyone, it's Dave with Sarkman Gaming. I'm back with another video. This time we're talking about Apex Legends Season 9 as a noob. I say noob because I've been playing the game less than a week, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on it after a week of play. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and start with the verse of the day. Today's verse is from Colossians 4:2. It says, devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful. Apex Legends is your standard run-of-the-mill battle royale game. These have been springing up like daisies since PUBG became popular a couple years back. In this case, you have 2 or 3 man teams that you go into the arena with, and it's 60 people to a map, so you're looking at 20 teams when you do the trios section. You just fight to the last team or last man if the rest of your team's dead. Get to the circle in time. Don't get to the ever-closing circle. You start taking damage. The circles do more and more damage, yada, yada, yada. Fight to the end. To achieve victory, right? So as far as toxicity goes, I'm not going to mention that here because I haven't heard anyone talk in one of these games for years. I just immediately mute everyone. I'm sure the community hasn't gotten any better. Now, I did call myself a noob at the beginning of this video. That's because I've only been playing this game for a little over a week now. I caught just the end of Season 8. Season 9 is upon us. Server crashes everywhere. Can't get into play if you wanted to. It's not like you spent money on it, right? I mean, who would want to play a game that they paid for? That's just dumb. Anyway, I did get the Champion Edition, so I've got all the legends up to Fuse and Valkyrie. So haven't had the pleasure yet. I'm saving up my tokens to buy one of those fine fellows here shortly. And let's get into some likes and dislikes. First like, the thing that drew me to this game over other battleground type games is that in this game your legend, your character, has abilities that go along with the firearms. It's not just gunplay and I'm going to be the last person standing. Your guys have different abilities, like you just saw there, Loba teleport with her bracelet. That's one of the abilities that you can use. In this case, it's called a tactical ability. Everyone gets a tactical ability, an ultimate ability, and then a passive. All right, so I do like the fact that it is team-based game. You can do 2 or 3 man teams. If you have even 1 or 2 friends that want to try something new, you get 6 or 7 legends for free. Just downloading the game and clicking play. So there's nothing that is locked from you aside from the rest of the legends. So if you play a few rounds and you get hooked into it like I did, you can drop the $40 and get the rest of the legends all the way through Season 7. So you'll only be missing Fuse and Valkyrie. And you can get those later with points if you end up enjoying the game. Doesn't take that long. You get 600 of these tokens every time you level up or so, and it takes 12,000 tokens to unlock a legend. So the first 4 levels don't count, so everything past level 4. So around level 24, you'll be able to unlock a legend. I've been playing about a week now, and I'm level 23. So it doesn't take that long, guys and gals. Another thing I like is I do like the concept of each of these runs being different. No 2 runs being the same. Sometimes you jump in and it's 15 seconds and you just get murder balled right when you land. And other times it goes the full 15, 18 or so minutes and you're in the last ring just fighting it out. When each match starts, you get an order in which to pick your legend. I might go first in the pecking order the first match and go last the next match. So if I like Bloodhound and somebody picks him and I'm going last, then I can't pick him this match. I've just got to pick another hero. So it really helps mix it up. And I think that's a really good thing about this game. Here's another plus for the game. I mentioned teams earlier. This game is a blast if you get everyone in Discord, like people that you actually know and you enjoy playing video games with. You just play a few matches with them. It's fun even when you're losing. And you're trying to yell at people, oh, he's over there. He's over there. He's behind the box. He's behind the whatever the crap that is. And, you know, they get knocked and they have their little shield out fighting for their life, waiting for you to res them. And they're just hoping and praying that you don't get knocked down too. But it sometimes just comes down to hilarity. You spend 10 minutes picking up gear and then just get mowed down in all of 3 seconds by someone that knows what they're doing. So be a real great time sometimes. All right, and just on the note again of it being pretty fun when you get people, you know, I let my son play this. He's pretty young. He wanted to just try something. And I said, you know, we're probably going to lose a lot, kid, because these people are serious here. They're not going to wait for you to loot and read the descriptions of everything, you know, like you like to do in Minecraft and such. So they're just going to come up behind you and murk you. Okay. Like that's going to be life from now on if you play this, but he insisted. And we did a duos match. So it was just me and him. And yeah, it was hilarious. Like I was playing a legend called Octane. He takes drugs and he moves really fast. And was trying to get this guy. I was trying to shoot him. It was me and my son versus this one fella, and I'm not very good at the game, I'm not gonna lie. But I got him almost down. I almost knocked him down, which is to say 0 health. He got me, so I got knocked instead. And I was sitting there waiting for my end to come, and I watched my son lurch in from behind, and I saw the gun moving as he's like trying to aim this thing, because he's not used to using a controller. And he lined it up, shot the guy right in the back. It was awesome. He's like, "Get away from my dad." And yeah, it was great. And then he said, "Hey, I got him." Yeah, like I did most of it, you know, just saying. But little things like that happen all the time. Let's go ahead and add one more thing to the likes. The cost. This game lets you play everything out of the box for free. Unless you can purchase the extra legends if you want, and past that, the only thing that you can spend money on that I have seen are just skins, weapon skins, player skins, like trinkets or dangles or whatever you want to call them on the edge of the weapons. I don't think they look stupid to me, but you know, to each their own. It's clearly geared towards the young audience that want to go grab their parents' wallet. I'm not gonna lie, these are some of the ugliest, flashiest designs I've ever seen on planet Earth. And if you were to try and put that on one of my firearms in real life, I might actually have a stroke, because some of them are ugly. I mean, ugly. Like they threw a can of paint and threw that can of paint into a tie-dye factory explosion and said, "Yeah, that looks good. Let's sell that one." All right, well, as I often say, it all can't be good. So let's move on now to the dislikes. Let's start the dislikes off with one of the things I mentioned earlier about how it was an act of hilarity sometimes that you play for 10 minutes and then get iced. Well, that does happen, but oftentimes that part sucks. You'll spend the first 10 minutes gearing up, you get your white gear, and you find some blue gear, you find some purple gear. You haven't even encountered anyone yet because the map is so bloody big. You get a message that says half the teams are eliminated, so you've encountered the top half of the individuals. You're in the top 50%, and you haven't done anything. You've just walked around collecting loot. Then you finally encounter someone, and it's the guy that the game in all its wisdom decided to match your level 5 butt with someone that got 1,800 kills in the last season and just cuts your entire team down like grass in about 3.5 seconds. It's fantastic. Like, that part sucks. You just feel like you're grazing. You're just gathering materials for the toughest guy on the block, right? Because you don't really have a chance at winning. So you're really just collecting his stuff for him. You just don't know it yet. All right, here's one. Some of the abilities suck. There is just an absolute disparity on some of these abilities. Some characters are good and the others just blow. There's really no getting around it or no sugarcoating it. Like my homegirl Watson there on the screen, man, she sucks. Like I want to like her so bad. I watched a video, okay? A description of all the legends, and it was pretty thought out. I thought it was pretty well done. It was by a YouTuber, I forget their name. They just went over each legend like, hey, this is Bloodhound, his tactical pings in a dome. It reveals people's locations. It's pretty useful. He does this and that. Wraith does portals that go everywhere. Lifeline has a drone that can heal people. Her ultimate is a care package. It upgrades your gear, yada, yada, yada. It basically explained how all the legends were and what they did. And I really liked Watson's kit. You put these fences up that if you walk through them, they're electrified, and her ultimate knocks grenades out of the air and all that good stuff. She's a defensive legend. So I thought that seemed good, so that's what I wanted to go with. And it turns out nobody just walks through the fences. There's like 15 entrances to every building you go in, so it's impossible to fence them all. Yeah, so I was a little heartbroken. I spent the money to get them, and I really didn't know how she played, so that's on me. But look, she's really just not that good unless she gets a buff or change the mechanics. The game right now is just way too fast-paced for a defensive character like her. Okay, now in Respawn's defense, they did say that they wanted gunplay to be first and abilities were going to be secondary. They would just supplement the rest of the gameplay. So that's all well and good. What that leaves us with are the current meta seems to be just rush as fast as you can and kill everyone to death. If you've got a legend that has some kind of ability mechanic, like Octane is a speedster for all intents and purposes, Bloodhound can reveal people. Wraith can create portals for the team and move them around. Valkyrie can fly people all over creation. They just win. Like, that's just how it is. Or Gibraltar having some kind of a defensive shield. You can't shoot in, you can't shoot out. Like, people with actual great abilities like that, they just overshadow everyone that I've found so far. Certain people are good, certain people are not. I hope you enjoy playing with Bloodhound, because he's going to be in every bloody match. That's the last thing I'll say on the matter. I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos that talk about, well, this is some high tier play with this underused character, or godlike play with this character, and you see them play through it, and it is impressive. They do win the round, but I also noticed that they don't ever use the abilities because the character sucks. All it is, hey, I'm really good with the guns, and I'm killing someone with a gun as a bad character. I could do the same thing as a good character, but there it is. So that's my rant for this video. I'm done. I've scoured for good ways to play some of the characters I wanted to like, and I can't make it happen. They're just not good. We'll see what Respawn does in the future. Another thing on the dislike side, this might actually be longer than the like side, is arenas. 3v3, it's deathmatch, best of 5 rounds. Very quick, very fast paced. You pick your 3 legends, they do the same, and then you try to kill each other to death. The main difference being you have to purchase your weapons, your grenades, even some of your abilities, or amounts of use of your abilities in between each round. And if I'm going to be frank about this, I don't dig it. I played a few rounds of it. I don't like it. I'm sort of an old school gamer. If I wanted to play, Counter-Strike, I would just go play that. I don't want to shoehorn my Counter-Strike into Apex. It's a battle royale game. Just keep it a bloody battle royale game. Maybe you can fix some of the broken abilities, like half your legends don't get chosen, because their abilities suck, or the general populace think they're useless, instead of trying to cram another arena or another match type into the battle royale video game. So now it's a battle royale game with a arena subcomponent mashed in that also has daily and weekly quests now. So I'm getting the mode that I don't like to play now mixed in with the mode that I do want to play, and that leaves me in a position where I just won't get as many unlocks each week, because I'm not going to play the arena mode. It's just not fun, and I'm not going to play things if it's not fun at this point in my life. So this applies to arenas a little more than it does battle royale mode. Is disconnects in the arena mode, especially. As soon as somebody gets down, they just, what I would assume, flip their monitor to the bird, say some choice cuss words. Again, I'm muted, so I can't hear what they're saying. And then they just drop, and that's it. And you've got to play the next 2 rounds down a man, because things didn't go perfectly. They didn't go exactly as planned. I'm not undefeated in flawless victory, and all my stats are going to go down, and nobody's going to... Well, that's neither here nor there. I imagine that's not what they sound like, but probably close. So people do disconnect a lot. I see that not too often in battle royale mode, but I have had it happen where you get downed, and most of the time you're not getting picked back up. It's just part of life. But sometimes you do, and when you do get picked up and somebody dropped, now you're down 1 of 3. So you're handicapped because they didn't want to sit and wait and see if you're going to pull through. Last thing I want to talk about is a little bit serious. So I don't want to end the video on a downer, but it's the last one on my clipboard, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. When I logged into Season 9, the first thing that popped up after 2 days of playing was this nice bright white screen that said, "Stop Asian Hate. You have earned the badge, Stop Asian Hate." With all due respect, like, fry ice in hell, Respawn, with that virtue signaling crap. Really? Like, can we keep the politics out of the video games? I just want to play a game, okay? I know folks are out there and they'll say, well, you don't have to wear it. You don't have... That's not the point. The point is, it doesn't have to be in the game at all, and it shouldn't be. Look at the forums. Open the Steam forums. The top 2 most talked about posts in the last 3 days, aside from the servers being down, are about that badge. People are clearly upset about it. They don't want to see it. They just want to play a game where you kill as many people as possible and maybe teabag someone when you're done, like a gentleman. I'm a Christian gamer. That's what the channel's about. Gaming from a Christian perspective. I know that might sound a little weird to some of you, but we are normal people. I do like playing a video game every now and again. I also like church. And Galatians tells us that there is no Jew or Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for we are all one in Christ Jesus. And it's about us just being one people. And whenever we see a message like this that singles out a certain race, a single faction, it's more divisive than it needs to be. It doesn't unify. It only splits us further apart. Look, and this is more for my fellas that are in the United States. If we are to be one nation under God and indivisible, then stuff like this doesn't help. It just divides us further. One side gets upset, another side gets excited that they're upsetting the other side and likes to see them get even more upset. All right, well, if you made it this far in the video, as always, my hat is off to you. Please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, as it does help the channel. And make sure to comment. Leaving comments helps us get noticed by the almighty YouTube algorithm. So with that said, I'm Dave with Sarkman Gaming. Be safe, y'all. See you in the next one.